Here we are, episode 51. We're coming from the temporary studio that is my mom's basement in Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Yeah, Cody called up U-Haul earlier this week and said we're going to get the whole studio over here up to Grand Forks now. We've shot episode like 46 or whatever in Fargo, and now we have a remote studio here in Grand Forks in Cody's mom's basement.
So we're just expanding like crazy.
On Tap is mobile now.
On Tap is mobile.
This is this podcast crosses state lines. We're in interstate company. You know, we're not international yet. But we're national. We're national.
Soon to be.
Yes.
So we are joined here today by Jessie Monreal, a.k.a. Ritchie Bamba.
Ritchie.
And Toni Ryan, a.k.a. Allore.
Hello.
Allure the brand.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
How's it going today, guys?
Drift too hard. Look at the band. Look at the band.
Yeah, they're all rocking all sorts of beautiful merch.
Allure, yes, sir.
You guys are watching the video.
Love is love.
Good audio.
It's a huge a dynamic between all of us of the drip, the fits. You know, you guys are dressed incredibly, and me and Cody on the same. It's a different platforms, but we are also dressed incredibly.
Definitely.
I was just thinking about this before we started doing this too. So this whole thing is like we're doing this video for Jessie, and also we're dressed up as like dad characters, right? Like quote unquote a dad fit, and we realize like you guys are the only real dads, and you're not.
We don't have kids.
You guys are both dads. Neither of us have kids, so and we're dressed quote like the dad. You guys are buttoned up,
but you guys do it the
good.
right way though. You guys look really good.
Thanks.
Just for the podcast, this is how I did it though. You know what I mean? I had a stunt. You know? But
right.
you guys do a great job, and so you guys took our roles for the night, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, so building off of the same reason why we're dressed like this is that earlier today, me and Cody went around and we've been shooting videos and whatnot because we were doing a collaboration. Also, reason why Ritchie Bamba is on today. Do you want me to call you Jessie or Ritchie, or what? What do you want?
We're gonna do Ritchie.
We're gonna do Ritchie. All right.
I told everybody I was gonna be Ritchie tonight.
Yeah.
So.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Ritchie's out.
So
Ritchie's out here.
Why we have Ritchie on tonight is a collaboration between On Tap and Ritchie. He's helping us out with the song, so we were recording video. So I mean, I don't know. Cody has been a lifelong friend of Ritchie and Toni here. Well, I don't know about how long it has been, but this is kind of my first time meeting both of you. I've seen you around and whatnot.
It's probably been almost 10 years. It's probably been 10 years. I probably met Jessie when I was like 16 or 15.
That's pretty close.
It was right when I got my driver's license, I think. So probably like 10 years. And Toni, not short after that.
Okay.
Is when I met Toni. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
I've known for a while.
But the same way that it goes, so like the way that you knew of me and Toni is the same way that we knew of you. Only good things, you know what I mean? And we would see photos of you too. So I'd be like, damn, man, that's somebody I definitely have to meet.
Absolutely.
So for all of us to come together, I think it's like you mentioned, it's just a good energy that's just flowing through. So
yeah, absolutely.
And
onward and upward, baby.
I love the energy on the podcast and everything. I love shooting the podcast and everything. But when we carry this energy to the bars tonight, like you said, we're Ritchie. You're Ritchie tonight. We're gonna go off
man.
tonight.
We're gonna celebrate, you know, because we've been going hard. You know what I mean? We've been growing, and we're mobile. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
we're out and about.
we could take it wherever we need to be. So
absolutely,
with all those things, man, hell yeah, I'm having a great time. Happy to be here. So let's get it.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
This has been a long time coming. This is 51 episodes too late, really.
Absolutely. No,
but we're right on time. I would say.
Time is perfect.
Time
is perfect.
Good timing.
Time is perfect.
The early stages of this podcast was pretty much just like the goal was how drunk can we get in an hour?
Oh yes.
That was like pretty much the goal before. It's evolved quite a bit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Evolution.
It's evolved quite a bit.
Yeah.
And
I am happy with how far we have come, but at the same time, you got to stay true to your roots, you know?
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes
man.
Tyler's got to bring it back.
Yeah,
we all got to have a good time.
Not saying that's
back,
not.
Relax, and enjoy our lives. Absolutely.
Yeah. We have no pre-show shot for today. But you know, next episode we'll probably
that is
have
a throwback. We haven't done a pre-show shot in a long time.
I just thought of that because we had someone message the page and say they were going to send a pre-show shot of something on Instagram.
We are at your mom's house. Does your mom have a liquor cabinet we could raid?
Okay, I didn't want to interrupt.
She doesn't. She doesn't drink
What
very
about
much.
no wine?
I doubt it.
Okay,
I
that's
doubt
all right.
it.
Well, okay.
I can ask. I'll ask on the bathroom break. I'll ask.
All right, sounds good. But no, where I was kind of going with
Steal
this
my
is that
mom's liquor.
Ritchie is making a song for us today and everything like that because he is an artist and he creates amazing songs and everything for everybody.
Yeah,
and when did Cody contact you about this week? It was this week, wasn't it?
Yeah. No,
Sunday?
I mean, kind of, sort of, because
Sunday.
it stemmed from Sunday, but it actually, even before then, you know, like initially when On Tap with the Boys started, I was working with some different beats, and I wanted essentially maybe the song to be an intro. So from since then it's been in play, and then just finally this opportunity presented itself, and I've just been pushing my music more so now.
Absolutely.
So then again, timing was perfect.
Absolutely.
So going back to the shot, we're gonna have to take a shot, because in the song I say there's like 51 shots in a glass, and you know Tyler gonna do it.
Oh.
So I know, you know what I mean, bro. I gave kudos to the whole thing, and I'll obviously save the rest so you guys can listen to it. But but you get the vibe though, you know, for sure. So we're gonna have to get some.
Yeah, absolutely no rush. But when do you think that you're gonna be putting this song out? Or are we just gonna put the song and the video out all at one time? Or you're gonna do song and then
for sure, because then that way you can like have the link there.
You have some, and also I think, you know, the artists that release music videos out at the same time as the song. I know Prof does this a lot, and well, Mike does that a lot too.
Yeah, that's just called capitalizing.
And so
capitalizing on the whole.
I feel like you can portray the emotion of what you're really trying to get across way better.
Yes.
And you associate it way better. Like if I see a music video and hear a song for the first time while watching it, I like the song way better usually.
Right.
Usually.
Yeah.
Which I wanted to ask him about, because like, what do you feel about like the vibes me and Cody are putting out?
I like it, man. I like it because I think it shows even the versatility of a father, right? Like the beat is different, right? So it's not like what you would categorize most fathers listening to typically, but even then, it's like the wordplay that's in the song and the way that it's able to adjust, and it's got like, I don't know, it's just got a nice flow to it. So between the transitions of the video and just like the energy that you guys are, I think it's gonna resonate very well. It's gonna blend very, very well.
Yeah, I'm excited. Some of these shots that we got are absolutely hilarious.
Exactly.
We're going around all of Grand Forks. We just looks like a couple of goobers, and we got a lot of looks, a lot of stares. We're just doing crazy stuff.
Cody, so I am extremely impressed with you were talking about. You've been grinding and whatnot. It took you like 3 days, and you had like the first verse out, and you sent it to Cody, and I'm like, just goosebumps, like instantly. I'm like, this is fire. And I told him that before. I was at work.
Cool.
I was at work, and I only listened to like 10 seconds. I didn't even get to the part where you say On Tap. I didn't even know it was about us. And I'm like, this is great. You know?
Yeah, I sent it to him. He's like, oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
He just quick listened to it.
So when I was putting it together, I just wanted it to be like a song that people can listen to just because, and on top of that, to also tie in back to the show, because I think that's why you end up with like classics. You know what I'm saying? You can still play it over and over and over, and like everyone can capture it. Or
Multiple relations.
Yeah, exactly.
Multiple ways to connect.
So many ways to tie it in for any type of listener, and then on top of that, you say On Tap, right? So like maybe it kind of misses a few people.
Yeah.
But then the next time, they start seeing the brand like everywhere I go to with it, it'll be the association will be a lot easier.
Absolutely.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
That's the best way to say it.
It's fantastic.
It's Ritchie.
Tony's got a couple of songs here with Ritchie as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Pound Cake.
Couple of good ones.
Tell them about Pound Cake, man.
Pound Cake.
Well, Pound Cake was a song that Ritchie wanted to do, and being that I'm a fan of Hove, the great,
Jay-Z.
I had to. It was a blessing for me to be able to do that with him. So shout out to the Rock Nation. Shout out to my guys, I Got Dreams Clothing. Some amazing group of guys, man. And then also the whole entire machine that no one really, well, some people have started to know about, but just the entire machine behind Jay-Z. And the way that those guys really, truly work together, and the way that they expand and just bring everything in and make it work. So it was only right that I did that. And then Drake being who Drake is,
so it means a lot. Yeah. It's deeper than just, hey, we should just do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's cool. That's really cool. It's a great song. Literally, you guys, not just because you're my friends, but not even joking, I think you guys are two of my favorite artists musically.
I appreciate that.
And I regularly listen to all of your music, and I put it out. I try to put everybody else onto it too. And I love it. I love that I've gotten the opportunity to grow with you guys as an artist of a different form in a way, whether it be visually or whatever, whether through videos or photos or albums, covers or whatever. Yeah. So it's been cool. It's been a cool journey watching you guys too.
And that's the thing about music, music is, for me, music is one of the things that transcends every racial barrier. You put the get music out, and it doesn't matter what you feel about the person that made the music. If you connect with the music, it makes you feel a way. You're going to move, or you're going to do something to it, you know. And so I try to be music. I want to, and that's what the brand is about. That's what, you know, I try to be to the world, to the people. I want to be music. I try to either get people to dance to my drum, the drum of my beat, or I dance to theirs in order to find that connection right there, so that way we can dance in harmony and move forward together.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
I feel like, you know, everybody always says to listen to anything, and I'm not like singling myself out from that, but I feel like I listen to such a broad variety of music. Like I listen to your guys' stuff, and I'll listen to rock and like screamo rock. And on the way here, I listen to 80s techno music, like genuine 80s music. And it just blows my mind because, like, you know, the modern music, they release songs that are supposed to relate to those old times. Yes. But when you listen to the old music and they put you into this is how it was and how shit was back then.
Yeah.
I love the vibes.
It's a different feel.
And that's every genre. It's music, like you said, to be music.
Right.
It's art.
Absolutely.
Everyone
Music
has a
is
feel
art.
when they make it. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is cool. And I sort of feel that exact same way, but now I feel like I'm maybe old enough now to kind of see that there's these periods of where it just makes it's just different, and it all sort of evolves together in some of a way, just like through the way people think and their perspective on everything. And that's kind of crazy too. That's just like the whole aspect of noticing that change and just being old enough, or just maybe listening to enough where it's like, this is different, and I can tell, you know, and it just kind of organically shifts by itself.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So anyways, what were you gonna say?
I like
I'm
it
sorry,
a lot.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
So if
I
can add to it too, I would just say, like, that's the cool thing with music, is that like you can come back to it, and you can, listening to that song will bring you back to either the first time you listened to it, or as the artist, as he recorded it, like bring you back to that time.
Yeah,
You know what I
right.
mean? So, like,
it's like a picture into that time period.
That's what I've been hating about, because I recently got into listening to old music, and that's what I hate about it, because I wish I was there when this song was released.
Right.
Like, if I could put myself in a party in the 80s when this was brand new and everybody was vibing to this, like the way that people vibe to the brand new stuff coming out right now, like that would be so electric to have everybody on the same. Yeah, it's just incredible.
And if you look back on in any genre of music, the way that people will conduct themselves when listening to that music, or if they're at a concert, or you know, at a kickback or something like that, it was just a totally different vibe. Too many times, sometimes you know, you see people that get too caught up in how they're supposed to look, how they're supposed to act, as opposed to you know, just allowing the music to move them and to just be caught up in that moment. And it's a lot of people. We don't cherish them. I don't feel like in today's times, in the period that we're in, we don't truly cherish the moment like they did, you know, when, you know, years ago when music was being made.
Right. Or just in general, like the problems that are going on, you know, even 2 years ago, there's so many different social changes as far as everything goes, you know, with everything going on, and you know, there's just a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. So you know, it's always in the back of everyone's mind.
That's very underplayed, the way you said that. A lot of crazy stuff, I think, is not. There's so much. It's unfathomable. I mean, now we got these wildfires that are apparently going to kill us or something. I mean, it's unreal.
It's nuts.
You can't even see over a half a mile around here, and it's like the normal.
Right.
It's like, what?
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So let's switch gears here. I know we were talking about this a little bit before, but we're kind of on the topic of music. Waka Flocka Farmer.
Boom.
Tell us what that means to you, Tyler.
What this means to me is I'm a big TikToker. You know, Cody's the social media guy over here, but I spend you know, probably a couple hours a day, and I stumbled across a couple Waka Flocka TikToks where he has became a farmer. He's got cows, and he's got a lawnmower, weed whip, and a tiller. I mean, not a whole lot of stuff, and it might be for a video, but I just love he's pushing it out there, and like all the people commenting are so positive that he's finding new passions, and that, like, back in 2016 he said he wanted to be a farmer or something, and he's out here doing that. And I don't know, it's a broad your horizons. And you said something about, you know, it helps his music.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a development of Waka Flocka. You know, if you listen to him, he's just so business savvy now. And I think it's just human beings, right? Like, I mean, we could all take it to that, where like we're just continuously growing and seeking more So I think that's just a culmination of everything he's been through. So I think it's super awesome that he's expanding. You know what I mean? Because once he understands this, and then all of a sudden he'll open up his own way to give back to the communities too. I just feel that that's what he's gonna do with it. So I think it's just great. Yeah.
It's
Shout out to
spanning.
Waka Flocka Farms.
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy. He's a dairy farmer.
Yeah,
From no hands, hard in the paint to
Dude,
farmer.
Well, hey, here's the thing.
dairy farmer at that.
Not technically right now, but with Lil Nas and what was that, Hoedown or whatever. You know, the rap with country.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah.
Waka could put out a banger rap country
Okay.
crossover.
Yeah.
He's
All
done,
right.
I think
can
he's
see
done
that.
some EDM stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so he has done some
Yeah,
different
His
things.
EDM stuff is crazy.
Yeah, for that Adam Sandler movie. What was it? The
He's
Big
even put on a few
Pac-Man thing.
shows.
Big Pac-Man.
Yeah, Waka
remember.
did a feature song for Adam Sandler movie. It was a smaller one. I can't remember what the name of it is, but Pixel. Pixel.
That was an Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah. It was
Really?
it was smaller. It was smaller.
Oh, wow. I did not
But
know that.
Waka did a song for that. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So he's released music pretty recently then, because that was like what, 2 years
It was
ago?
about 2 years ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken, about 2 years ago.
I think we're getting old because I think we might have to do a little bit of research on that.
I'll dig in that one. I'll dig in
Where's
that
the
one.
Google at?
Where's the Google at? Well, I got a laptop right here, phone right here, TV going. Yeah. Okay.
but-
Pixel.
And what I was going to say about Waka Flocka, you see guys that come from, those backgrounds where the street corners were, were all they saw. Many of them, dreamed of doing other things, but never really thought that they could do those things. And so back to music, the music has afforded them the opportunity to do more than, than live their dreams. They can live their dreams and then also provide for their families. They're essentially doing the things when they're on the street corners, they were, trying to hustle to feed the families and then also put themselves in a better position, to have a better quality life. But because of music, he's been able to do that. And now he's also doing something that he dreamed of doing and something that he's loving. But, Waka Flocka and to the many others are always, expanding themselves and really pushing themselves forward to not only do the thing on the street corner. So it's a really good thing. So I tilt my hat to Waka. I hope and pray for much success. And most importantly, happiness, man. I just want him to be super happy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly. That's what it's all about. I don't know one farmer that's not happy.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. The majority of farmers I know are not happy.
I've grown up around a lot of farmers very unhappy.
And shout out to, I was out in that Netta, the Mickelsons. So shout out to the Mickelsons. I was out there on the farm and in the combine, and it was very relaxing.
You driving one?
I was sitting next to the guy driving
Yeah.
one, John.
Earlier today?
No.
Oh.
This wasn't today, but it's a couple summers ago. We were out on the farm out there in the Netta. So
And you were driving around in the combine.
in the combine. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever, man. I
That's sweet.
never thought that I'd be out there.
Isn't it intimidating? Just a massive
huge.
piece of machinery like that.
They're super big. Yeah,
Insane.
it's a lot
and they're
going
so
on.
high tech.
Yes.
They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
What's the equivalent of that, like in the car? Because that thing is like what, 100K?
$500,000.
So they got some that are like
half a
10
milli. Half
Yeah,
a milli. You were riding
500.
half a
They
milli.
got some that are like the literally drive themselves.
Yeah,
no, for
on a
sure.
GPS.
Yeah.
Lane keeping assist and everything in that thing.
So
bro.
it's crazy. So
Yeah,
I
for
always
sure.
tease them and I
Yo.
talk about feeding America. I got a couple of buddies that farm. So to all the farmers out there, man, shout out to you guys for constantly going out there season after season and really just feeding
Facts.
America. So yeah, just keep
Yeah,
it going.
absolutely. Iowa
Definitely.
farmers.
But I love the bridge because you're talking about how much it is. People like these gold diggers and stuff. The girls look at these people with the really nice cars and everything that they drive,
Yeah.
and these farmers have these $500,000 combines that they drive
Yes.
a month, a year.
To
feed
or else it
everybody.
sits there.
I didn't
mean,
even think of
everybody.
that.
No, it's
It just sits there in the barn.
yes.
Yeah.
It's collecting dust and
Ready to
rotting
go when
away.
needed.
Until it's
Ready
time to be
go when
called.
needed.
Oh, my
exactly.
God.
Until ready to go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's unreal.
Yeah, no.
That
Hey,
stuff
man,
is
round
not
of
cheap.
applause real quick for farmers real quick one time.
Oh.
One time.
It's for the farmers.
For the farmers right here.
Kyle, what up, my man?
What's up, Junior? What's up, Tim Nelson? What up, Dexter Cronquist? Out here, the Cronquist Farms. You feel me?
So yeah, the comments. Could you imagine doing one of those? Have you seen those gold digger videos where it's
Yes.
like they're like going up to those chicks on the street and they're
yeah,
like, "Hey, would you maybe want to like go out sometime or give me your number?" Like, no thanks, I have a boyfriend.
Until
like,
they see the car.
Okay.
And they
And,
see
then
the
he goes
Alpha.
to get in
They
his
see the
car.
Alpha.
And they're like, oh wait, actually, and it's like a Lamborghini. How funny
An
if it was
Alpha.
just like a combine parked outside. Like,
But-
oh my!
But
oh
in the
my
middle
God.
of a
You
business
guys should do that.
There we
Where
go.
are we gonna get a combine?
You guys should do that.
I got tractors at work that are
We
just
know some,
expensive.
I know some people too. I know some people too.
There we go.
Get a video for the combine.
Yeah, for sure.
All those videos are set up anyway. So what's the
You really
difference?
think so?
Oh, 100%.
Okay,
All of them
so-
are set up.
I will say ever since I got into the social media game a little bit, I thought that more was real.
No.
But like I would say the majority of content that we see from like big creators is set up.
Yeah,
You know, like
absolutely.
your David Dobrik's, your Nelk Boys, your Steve Will Do It. You know, a lot of the stuff is staged in a way.
Well, here's the worst part about doing social media is
though.
I love talk, but when we do think, we do a lot of stupid stuff naturally. We do a lot of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But the cameras aren't rolling all the time. So when
No.
people record the stuff, it's usually, oh, dude, do that again. Do that again. That was funny.
Yeah.
And you're not actually getting the first time it happened or the natural time it happened.
Right,
And then
right.
it's funny the second time you've seen it. Could you imagine if you were there in the moment
out
the
you,
first time? I don't know. It's
That's why you guys got to keep those tapes rolling, the cameras rolling, man.
All the time.
Keep those cameras
Yeah.
rolling.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we don't necessarily have someone that can just follow us though is the problem. And that we're running into that a little
GoPro?
bit. GoPro.
Yeah. Well, and then the other issue is that
Certain
it's just like it's just me and Cody kind of now. So when we go places and we're recording stuff, it's weird for other people because they don't see how it is. They don't understand.
There's a movie out. It's shot in first person, like it is. So,
Really?
Really?
But what you could do is just like, if you hold the camera a certain way and you become like the set of eyes, for each other.
Yeah.
And that gives up in your face moment,
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah, so doing something like that and catching those moments like that on the spot, I think that'll really, get
We need
people
some of
going.
those Snapchat spectacles.
I've
Those
seen-
glasses with the cameras in them.
I've seen some of those first person documentaries he's talking about.
I have not.
No, I think we're different.
Oh,
videos.
on the hub.
Yeah,
You're saying
yeah,
on the
yeah,
hub.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Whatever works,
VR is not for Tyler.
No.
VR is not for Tyler. So those Snapchat spectacles. Obviously, I'm a big video nerd. Like that kind of stuff intrigues me.
Yeah.
Those Snapchat spectacles I was just reading on the other day.
I've never heard of this before.
So Snapchat made glasses.
Yes.
They look
Okay.
just like sunglasses, but they have two little yellow dots like up above your eyes, and they record video.
Yeah.
Or one of them records video, I'm sure, and then it records in a circle. So like when you look at it on your phone, you're only seeing part of the circle. So like you can rotate your phone, and it never changes where you're at. So like it feels like you're looking through your phone, like it's a window into what you're seeing. It's so cool. It is so cool.
Just imagine having something like that and you guys
All the time.
It would be nuts.
It's just rolling all the time.
Some great footage.
Well, that's how these big vloggers do it, though, too.
Yeah.
Is that all the time,
Someone's videoing all the time. They literally pay someone
Yeah.
to film them all the time.
There you
That's
go.
what I do. I get paid to film all the time.
Right.
That is right.
Yeah, that's literally what I do at You Betcha.
For now.
You betcha.
For now. Shout out to You Betcha.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They don't need a shout out. They're doing just fine.
Shout out to Hudson.
That's funny. So now looking back at your guys' collabs, how many songs together do you think? 5?
That's solid. Say 5.
Five?
Sure, 5.
Five that I know of. I'm sure there's some more in the oven that you haven't brought
Some
out.
we lost 5.
Some cooking.
Yeah, we do have some
lost
cooking
files.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I knew that. I
Lost files for
figured
sure.
that.
You got
So
some cooking.
looking back at that, what do you think would be the best candidate for a music video that we could relate to on tap? So we're doing one right now.
Drowning.
Drowning.
That's a vibe.
That's a song that I
Or
made with Jessie and Toni.
Yes, I remember that.
That is a
song.
vibe, man.
We just create a new song and we just,
That too.
we have I have a perfect spot where we could just go and we just pack the place out and just go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Charge
yeah.
everybody
But you-
$5.
Charge everybody. Do a live
$5.
podcast, little music performance.
Sign
call
your
it a day.
forehead, $5.
I met with a guy last week about it and told him, shared with him the vision. But being that, this is what you guys are talking about, we could definitely pack that place out. And, my thing is that what I would like to do is here in Grand Forks, North Dakota, but the state of North Dakota as a whole, I would love to bring the attention here to let people know that there is some hip hop. Because before I moved here,
Yeah.
people didn't think that there were black people here. so you
At all. There's no
none,
black people
none.
here.
So I'm coming on the plane and all I see is
White people.
Caucasians.
I didn't see anything. I'm just seeing just agriculture. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
You're like, where is everything? It's literally just fields.
Yeah.
A lot of
Just
hardworking
squares.
people.
Yes.
A lot of hardworking people.
Brown squares out there. That's all I see.
Right. So you get here and get to understanding the culture and amazing people
Absolutely.
here in the entire state of North Dakota, from my experience. But everywhere you go, you're going to have your ups and downs. But I say to the people here in North Dakota, especially Grand Forks and the surrounding areas, I really do appreciate you guys for accepting me and the love that you've shown, not only myself but many of the individuals, those that you see and those that have come before me and those that will come after me. So I really do appreciate that. But Grand Forks, what I would like to do is to really show the world that there is a music scene here, and that we have something to offer. We really do. So I would love to, we work
We'll
together.
put something together. We'll
Let
put
me-
it out.
Absolutely.
Tap me in real
Absolutely.
quick. For example, Carson Wentz, shout out. That's North Dakota right there.
Yeah, Bismarck.
You know what I mean? For sure. And then the new quarterback for the 49ers. another
He's
North
from
Dakota.
NDSU.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. So we're out here, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think this is really cool. Just putting our own
Stamp.
make exactly our own stamp out here. So that's all freaking awesome. Real quick, I want to say shout out to Hudson Wellness Center real quick. Shout out
Hudson
to Nick
Wellness
Sherrick.
Center in Grand Forks.
Yeah,
here.
if you're looking for a great place to go, man, get a nice little workout in and feel
Yeah.
good. I say hit that place up. Shout out to Nick Sherrick real
Yeah,
quick.
seriously.
Gotta shout
What a
out to
great
Boiz.
guy.
Big
He was
Nick.
he was my boss when I worked at Nissan.
Awesome guy.
Yeah,
Awesome
amazing.
Nothing but
Awesome
great things
guy.
to say about you.
About me?
About you. All the
Yeah.
time.
Really?
You know this, right? You know
No
this.
kidding.
That's the only guy.
Making me blush. That's the only one person
Has nothing
that
bad to
has
say.
nothing bad to say about me.
So let me bring it back real quick. For those that don't know, this man right here is the first sales consultant essentially that I came to know. And this man was going to college, right? Full-time student.
Hold that thought.
Okay.
I got to reset the camera.
Okay,
We'll be
bet,
right
bet.
back. So you were talking about Hudson Wellness in
Center.
Grand Forks, North
Yep.
Dakota.
Yeah.
So that's Jessie Sherrick and Nick Sherrick's business.
My old boss, your current boss.
Absolutely. Great man. He's a father, GSM, and he's out there grinding,
Yeah.
So for me,
Going hard.
going hard in the paint, man.
And we literally seen this guy come in at an entry level position and just really work his way up. Sort of like
Yeah.
what you guys are doing.
Pull the mic
huge.
closer to your face.
Sorry about
No,
that.
you're good.
Just don't do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing human being.
Yes.
Nothing but good things to say about
So
that.
this is a gym
Big
or what is
Nick.
this?
Hudson?
Yep.
Is it a gym? I've never been in there. I
it's
don't
like
know
a
what they
wellness
offer.
center.
It's a way of life. Just kidding. I said, Lord, my bad.
Okay, so like
It's
name
both awesome.
what's a couple things that you can do? Is like hot yoga, I think is one of
Yep.
them.
Yes.
What else?
I think they do nutrition.
Nutrition, yeah.
Like dietary plans kind of thing or what?
Massages,
Yeah.
facials and things like that. It's just it's an entire body.
Maintenance.
Support,
yes.
making
Yeah.
sure that you're
Yes.
you're set.
So check
ready
it
to
out.
go. Yeah,
Hudson
absolutely. If you're in
Wellness.
Grand Forks,
Hudson
check it
Wellness.
out. Support a local business, great people, positive energy,
Yes.
and a great place to go
Yeah.
and work out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never
Absolutely.
been, but I'm definitely planning on going.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? And the other thing too, real quick, shout out right there for me on
Yeah.
out here. Shout out to all the co-workers of mine out there. So with
Right
that
at
being
one
said-
team.
The
Right out-
boys.
yeah, the boys. So that's the other way, that I'm able to feed the Ritchie Bamba train. Because without that, then there isn't. It's a little tougher for me to be able to, maybe put together some more stuff
Right,
together.
right,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So shout out. It's a great platform to have and great business to be a part of.
Absolutely.
So you know what I mean. Shout out my boy Jimmy, Rob, Ruben, Casper, Charlie, Paul. This
We'll have to get
yeah, we have to get the whole gang.
we'll have to get him maybe on the pod.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That-
bro,
that'd be-
that would
Just
be
one
good.
one big in the conference room, maybe big Rydell podcast.
I think we would definitely need to be
Yeah,
mobile
for
with
sure.
that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
We would have to definitely hire someone to
Anthony. Hey,
film. Definitely have to.
What were you gonna say, Tyler? I saw you were itching to
I
say
know.
something, but you just weren't.
And I had it all the way up until you just said what were you going to say?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so anyways, yeah,
Oh no!
Hudson
Me
Wellness.
and Cody today actually started talking about the wellness and everything in health. Me and Cody started a new segment today called "Unhealthy People Trying Healthy Things."
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna make this new mini series for like TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
Unhealthy people trying healthy things,
Yep.
and then rating the food based on how they like
I
it.
tried a health
Or
protein
the
shake today.
exercises.
Or the exercise. Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah, I don't think
Rate
I
this
need
exercise.
I don't think I need hot yoga. I think regular yoga would be hot enough for me. I think I'd be sweating my ass off on regular yoga.
No, that would be fun. That's something we could set up with Hudson. We could do a hot yoga
Dude.
Oh,
and film it.
Is there a weight
What's that,
restriction?
That would be
Boiz
funny.
at Hudson.
That would be funny.
I would
drop a bomb
I'd
on
roll some hot. I could get some yoga pants on. It'd be pretty dope.
Put on a
Oh,
lady.
So
put
then we got it. The next one, the
a
next
lady-
podcast is
lady
Hudson.
workout
The next
gear.
podcast is Hudson.
Oh man.
That would actually be really funny.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Next time
unhealthy
I'm
people
up.
trying out healthy things.
Yeah.
And that's the whole segment.
Yeah.
He tried this. I took him to a shake place today. This was his first time ever having
What's
one
the
of those
name of it?
Herbalife shakes.
Okay.
Nah,
thing?
they don't need a.
No, it was in Fargo.
Oh, okay.
We don't need a free plug. No free plug.
plugs.
No free plugs.
We're too big for that.
No free plug for people that aren't the homies, you know? Yeah. Anyways, so took him to the shake place for the first time, and he's looking at the board, and he sees all these crazy flavors, Oreo, whatever. And he asked the guy behind the counter, "Is there anything healthy in here?"
I'm like, I'll take something healthy.
He says, I need to make this shake as unhealthy as possible.
yeah, so that it tastes the best.
Right.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of places where they'll put like
though.
real cookies crushed up in there and stuff, and it's like kind of defeats the purpose a little bit.
Absolutely.
It's like
I have my own shake.
sugar in there and whatever.
There's cookies,
Yeah.
graham crackers,
Yeah.
honey.
You might as well just eat regular food at that point because you're kind of diffusing.
Yeah.
For sure. Big facts. Okay.
Kind of
But
diffusing.
I was so like, I sat on this protein shake. I got this PBOP or something it was called. It was like a peanut butter with like cinnamon or some shit in it. Yeah. And I sat on it for a while because I wanted to like record my reaction because I honestly thought it was going to be terrible. Like I was ready, kind of be good content if it sucks and I'm this obese guy and I spike it to the ground because fuck health, And I got it and it was great, Spoiler alert on the little segment, but it was great. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Some of them are really great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely,
Really good
man,
shakes
absolutely,
out there.
bro.
But then the one I was looking at before I ordered that one, Cody said was absolutely horrendous. The peanut butter and jelly one.
jelly.
Yeah.
I just had one for the first time last week, a peanut butter and jelly flavored one, and I've never disliked one of these. Like, there's flavors I'm just like,
Kinda how to
it's
mess that
okay.
up.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah,
it
for
again,
sure.
but it's okay. I'll finish it. This one was like, I took 3 sips and I'm like, I cannot finish this. I do not like this flavor at all.
Right.
So
You got it.
be cautious of
Yeah,
the
for
PB and J.
sure.
It was that like fake, like imitation grape flavor. Freaks me out. You know what I mean?
For sure. It was almost like NyQuil.
It's hit or miss because like,
NyQuil, all right.
grape soda. I love grape soda, but then like fake grape anything else, I think
Fake
is kind of
lean,
nasty.
yeah.
If we want
I
to
feel
put
that.
if we want to put the listeners in the Wayback Machine back to an episode with a pre-show shot of Screwball,
That's right.
and you made us do peanut butter and jelly shots apparently,
Yes.
which is the peanut butter
grape,
Screwball.
grape Fanta and peanut butter screwball.
That was the worst shot I've ever had. Horrendous.
it was not good.
Terrible.
In a bomb cup, so like a Yeg bomb,
yeah.
grape Fanta on the outside, and then
Tuned
peanut butter
in,
whiskey
yeah.
on the
So
inside.
who came up with that?
I just thought it might be good.
He tried telling us it's the real thing. He's like, oh no, people do this.
sounded
No,
good.
this is terrible.
It was good content.
I was afraid.
loved it.
I was afraid they wouldn't try it if they didn't think someone else already tried
It
it.
was disgusting.
Now we know for sure that thing is a nasty drink.
I mean, realistically, as soon as that peanut butter whiskey came out, I'm sure someone did that right away.
Oh, for
so we're
sure.
probably not the first ones to ever do that, but
No.
I had just never heard anyone doing that. So we're not trying to claim that I made anything. You know?
We also don't recommend anybody does it.
Yeah, it's not that great. It's not that great. Honestly, it's pretty bad.
No. But no, Cody's been pushing me for this big health kick. I think between the protein shake and the marathon he made me walk last night, I think I lost like 20 pounds.
You look great though. You look great,
Yeah.
man. You should thank him, bro.
This
You
is
look-
this is the summer weight right here.
Yeah.
You really lost about 20?
No way. But no.
What?
Oh, I mean, from peak performance, my peak performance though 2 years ago was 440. The
Damn.
last time I weighed myself was probably
It's an
6 months
offensive
ago.
lineman over here next to
And
Tony.
6
by
months
the
ago, I
way.
was 360, so I'm down 80 pounds at least. So,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
That's good.
Good for you.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
that's great.
Round of applause, real quick. Celebrate these, man. Celebrate.
Yeah. So
Blake.
last night we go to the bars in Fargo, and we were what I thought was pretty close to my apartment. So I was like, we don't need to get Uber. We'll just walk back if you're cool with it. He's like, yeah, that's fine. How far? I'm like, roughly 10,
1.5
15
miles.
blocks. I'm like 10, 15 blocks. It's not that far. So we're walking, and I'm like, oh, this kind of feels like a long ways. And I'm looking at my watch, and it was like we're 1.5 miles in, and I know we're about halfway. I'm like, damn, it's a little bit farther than I thought. It's definitely not 15 blocks.
No.
It was like 50 blocks. We did the math because a block is It's the equivalent of 0.05 miles.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 50 blocks that we walked.
Damn.
Yeah, it came out to 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
To get back at 2 a.m. We didn't get back till 3:30 because we went to Subway. We found a
Yeah.
Subway that was open.
We stopped at the truck stop.
So we walked out of the way to Subway at a truck stop and then to his apartment, which was an incredible idea. But yeah, so 3 a.m, fucking hammered, and we're walking 2.5. Yeah, I wasn't super.
all right.
I mean, we made it, but it was an adventure for sure.
A
lot of walking.
Recorded that talk on that journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, we definitely should have.
But except for it would have been a lot of.
Yeah.
It would have
Just
been
cut
much of
that
a
out, man. We'll
talk.
condense
Yeah.
all the breathing.
Right.
We'll let them know
Also,
how serious it was. But
The drinks were flowing. I was talking in cursive.
Yeah,
I was like, who
Yeah.
you know, one of those.
we weren't
damn,
sober.
man, that's crazy.
Yeah, we were pretty tuned up.
Yeah.
We didn't go to bed till probably 4,
It was 4 probably.
4:30 maybe. So it was late night. You know, I don't do that very often.
We're old. Look at
I've
us.
been
We
in
got
bed at
long
like 10
spines.
o'clock.
We're experienced. I don't like
I've
that
been in
word
bed at like
old,
10
man.
o'clock last week, so this is a big switch up. That's why I'm so tired right now.
Yeah.
I spent. Yeah, I got 9 o'clock bedtime every night, man.
It's because you're in the dad.
Yeah, I
role.
suppose.
As a dad,
I'm in the dad
you
role.
gotta be in bed by now. Be up at 4 a.m. drinking coffee, looking at the lawn.
Yeah.
You got the shoes,
Yeah, look at
the
it.
infamous dad shoes.
And the socks.
we can't afford the New
That
Balances.
makes sense
though.
though, bro. That way mosquitoes can't bite you that low to the ankle. I mean, that makes
Is that
makes so
why?
much
Is
sense.
that why they
Yeah,
do that?
absolutely.
Really?
And then, like when you're weed whipping, that way it doesn't come smack you by the ankle, cuz
Yeah.
smack you up in the calf, you know.
Okay.
They
do what
hold
they're
my my vein vitalosis or whatever it's called. They hold my veins in. That's what they're for.
Vitro. Oh shoot, Taylor's gonna kill me because she just told me about this last week because she wears these big socks and I'm like, why are you wearing those like that?
Compression socks.
Yeah, they're compression socks. She wears them all the way up to her knees, and I'm like, why
Better
do you
buff-
why you
left
wear
arm.
your socks like that? She said, oh God, I wish I
That's
knew what
why
it
I
was.
wear them like these, dude. I was close enough. I knew what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
Go to Google.
I knew what I was talking about.
I don't know what to search.
Hit the
to find
Google
that.
one time.
I don't know what to search to find that.
Was something vain.
We know what's good.
Varicose veins.
There you go.
Varicose veins.
Yes, that's what
why I
it
do
is.
it. See, I knew what I was
Yeah,
doing.
he's-
Yeah,
I knew what I
he's
was
on
doing.
Yeah, yeah.
I just didn't know the name.
That's so funny. I
Doing
just
healthy
learned about that.
things.
Yes.
Yeah, so the marathon last night was good. My legs are tired. I'm not gonna lie
'cause you
I've
got
been
huge
I've been
legs,
walking. Yeah, I
You gotta
got
put
huge
these
legs.
things on camera, cuz.
Yeah,
Show those baby cows.
Yeah, look at them.
Yeah,
Zoom
those
in on
things-
them.
they're my
huge.
second thighs, man. They're literally the same size as my thighs.
Yeah. Look at that thing.
This man could be a running back.
It's not intentional. I started
Vikings,
doing
this
more
guy
leg
right here.
workouts at the gym to try and shrink it, but I'm not shitting you. I think it literally has gotten bigger.
They have definitely.
I think they've gotten bigger because they're literally the same size as my thighs. It's so
Look at
stupid. I hate that.
Wow. Look at
I
that.
hate that. I can't fit
Gotta
one
find
hand
out about
halfway
your
around it.
ancestors. What were your ancestors doing that required such legs?
I don't
Where the
know.
hell were you guys at, man?
You know, and it runs in the family too because my dad has to get like custom ski boots made because his calves don't fit in his freaking ski boots.
What about your nephew, man? You got huge
Little
legs,
baby
too.
Dax? Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
huge
big
legs.
calves too.
Shout out to Dex.
He's got
Shout out
big
to
calves
Gracie.
too. He looks like a little
There he
rotisserie
is.
chicken running around,
Yeah.
just a block of meat
Yeah.
that can say a
though.
couple things. You know,
Yep.
he's got like 3 words in the vocabulary now.
real?
Yeah.
How old is he? Year and 3 months?
Almost. He'll be 2 in February,
Oh, nice.
so it's like a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to
Yeah,
Dex.
he's crazy. It's crazy watching him develop and see him pick up on different things. And he's so much smarter, I feel like, than what you realize a baby is.
Yeah.
You like just realizing like he went to sit down in his little chair the other day and he's holding this cup and you could tell he wanted to pick something else up because he was watching his TV show or whatever. And he goes to set it on the table, realizes that the table's full. So like, I can't set this here. And then has enough like cognition to go to the other side, realizes that's full, doesn't set it there, and then sets it on the ground and then picks up what he wants. So he's like, analyzing and deconstructing
Yeah.
what's going on. That to me was just wild to watch.
His microprocessor is just.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking like, dude, you were literally just born.
But
Yeah.
people don't give kids
Yeah.
and babies enough credit, man. They're
No.
much more
Facts.
smarter than
Yep.
people give them credit.
100%.
for. Absolutely.
I remember
Absolutely.
thinking that as a kid too. I remember thinking like they don't realize that I know what's going on. Like
Right.
I know exactly what's happening.
Absolutely.
And they are treating me like like a kid, you know, and like they're sugarcoating this. I already know. You don't have to tell me this way because one, I know you're lying to me now, and two, I just saw it. I know how it happened. I know what's going on, and I just kind of brushed it off. You know, I never told anyone that, and I imagine how much that happens.
A lot,
and we could be so much smarter if we just like not necessarily let kids have a platform, you know, because like, you know, then you get in that weird gray area of like.
Have you not heard of the Kids' Choice Awards?
The Kids' Choice Awards, yeah. Hey, Nickelodeon, Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's the platform for kids?
That's the platform.
It is.
That's how they select them. But the problem is, you got people on there, maybe that aren't great for that idea.
You tell me, Nick
and then you slime them.
You telling me Nick Cannon's not a good role model?
Probably not.
He's an entrepreneur.
I don't
He
think
is an
he's the
entrepreneur.
worst.
He's an entrepreneur.
He's definitely not the worst.
Definitely not the
absolutely not.
worst.
Definitely not the worst. See, did you hear? Oh, so, you know Saweetie,
Yeah.
the singer,
Yeah.
rapper, singer, R&B. Anyways, is she pregnant with his kid? I just saw this. I don't know if it's a tabloid or what, but they said like Saweetie might have this secret love child with Nick Cannon. Like she might be pregnant.
Hold on. Let me text you real quick.
All right. You just gotta tell me though, upgrade or downgrade for Mariah?
Upgrade.
I don't know. That's kind of
It's the
tough.
next move. It's the next move. The next move is the best move. So shout out to him for just continuing.
Next move is the best move. I love that.
I do like that motto.
I want that on a shirt.
That's a good motto.
All right.
Next move is the best move.
Next
See,
move
but
is the
then,
best move.
but also we don't know. So if we're just looking at Mariah Carey from afar, we just
Yes,
see
we're
Mariah
looking
Carey.
all
From
looks.
very- from very
so
far
we all
away.
think
From
very
North-
highly
yeah,
of
North
Mariah
Dakota.
Carey, but you know the thing is that
You're saying she's crazy.
you don't know.
Oh, she could
I
be.
didn't say that.
We don't know
Well,
though.
did-
That's
well,
the
did-
thing.
Yeah, she locked Marshall in her wine cellar.
Yeah.
All he had for lunch was bread, wine, and Captain Crunch, dude.
Yeah, like it,
What are you talking about?
Bagpipes from Baghdad.
I'm
Locked in Mariah's wine cellar.
Hey,
all I
listen-
had. For
Oh, the
lunch.
Eminem song?
Yeah.
Jeez, I forgot Eminem and Mariah had that whole little
digging deep for this
little
content right now,
scandal.
dude.
Did a little scandal.
she's hood, man. She's hood.
Really?
She's hood. Yeah,
You think she's a savage?
absolutely.
I suppose you kind of have to be when you get to that level, though.
But then if you paid attention to some of the guys that she has connections with in the industry, like they'll tell you, you know, it's little hints that they like. Yeah, she's about that life. You know,
Really?
she's a diva for sure, but she's about that life. Yeah,
That's so scary.
yeah.
A woman with that much power,
That's what happens as you move up.
a
though.
person with that
Level.
much power,
Just
in
like
general.
just like how
Yeah, for
Beyonce
sure.
was it Beyonce who run the world? Girls.
Girls.
How about
The
that?
next person willing to to run it though.
Yeah.
That's who gets it.
Right. Yeah. Very true.
Mindset.
So there was that statistic about the "All I Want for Christmas Is You." She makes more money every year off of just that song than like all the rest of her songs put together, or something like that.
It's
Just in like
crazy
a
amount of
month-long
that's-
period
yeah.
around Christmas time.
You start playing that song though year round.
I love that song. I'll play it at the Touch Tunes on the bar, or on the Touch Tunes at the bar,
Like June.
like middle of June. People get
Summer.
so mad.
So
I love
mad.
the song though. She's an angel. She's a lyrical angel.
She is.
It's hilarious the way that you troll people at bars on Touch Tunes. Like you throw a lot of money out there for a joke on Touch Tunes.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of money on Touch Tunes.
Yeah, so we went to this bar once in the middle of Wisconsin, and he loaded it up with Mickey Mouse Clubhouse tracks.
Wow.
It was like 30 songs in a row.
Some of those Mickey Mouse Clubhouse songs
They
slap.
slap. They slap. They slap.
They're fire.
Me on top of Old Smoky. That's a low key hit. So yes, it was like $60 worth of Disney songs that I played on this jukebox.
And the bartender was getting so mad, she started skipping the songs, and she's looking at him, this skip, skip, skip. And you can just see Cody, just every time she pressed that button, $1, $1, $1, $1. Just, gone.
I raise you.
So then I started yelling at her, like, he needs a refund or something. You just skipped like $40 of his songs. He paid for those. You can't do that, It was pretty ridiculous. That's a lot of money, but at the same time, you did it as a joke.
Absolutely.
I kind of figured that was going to be
You piss off a
case.
lot of people doing it.
I think it's funny.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. I like spending the money on the Disney songs. Also, if we can get Disneyland a little bit bigger every time I go there, I like there being new stuff. So the more money I can contribute to Disneyland, the better, I suppose.
It's a good time. I went there and lost my mind.
Really?
I turned into
when were you there?
Quick. The last time I went there was maybe 2013.
Okay.
2013, and I met some great people there. Dave, shout out to you, Dave. Man, but had a great time. Guys that I'd never met a day in my life.
At Disney World. Leave
World.
it to Tony Ryan to go to Disney World and meet just some good friends.
We had the time of our life.
Surprise.
Just meet people at Disneyland.
We had the time of our life. You're talking about adults just running through Disney like we were off the leash. It was
incredible.
nuts.
It's so fun.
Yeah, we had a good
So
time.
what's this whole deal? There's a Super Mario Land coming out, and that's connected with Disney or something?
Really?
Is it connected with Disney or no? Do you guys know?
I don't know.
I don't know if it is, but there is a Super Mario Land now that's already open in Japan. So they have like Mario Kart. You can drive around on the go-karts and everything.
It's pretty wild.
That's future, though.
I've seen some of the photos of it, and it looks incredible.
Yeah.
And supposedly we're getting something like that in the United States.
That sounds amazing.
But
That would be
I
huge.
thought that I had heard from someone that was a part of Disney. Either I don't know if it's the Florida one or California one, but it was getting added on to those.
Yeah.
But they're not owned by Disney, as far as I know.
I can't wait to see Princess Peach in person, dude.
Have you never?
No.
You've never seen Princess Peach in person?
No.
Huh. You're
Is that
missing
just a
out.
normal
You're
thing? Like,
missing
can I
out,
just go to
man.
Joe Black's and see Princess Peach in person?
I think she
Hudson
might be there.
Wellness. Hudson Wellness in
Hudson
Grand
Wellness
Forks,
has
North Dakota.
Princess Peach in person.
Probably be drunk down at O'Reilly's.
Yeah.
Yeah. After a couple
Singing
teas, there's a
karaoke.
couple of Princess
Absolutely,
Peaches in there. A couple of dollar teas from
Karaoke
O'Reilly's.
singing All I Want for Christmas.
That's what is the only thing playing on the jukeboxes tonight when we get out.
No.
Oh,
no,
yes.
No.
Yes.
We're gonna get booted, man.
Please.
You don't want us downtown no more.
All I want for Christmas and Disney songs.
No, Cody.
I'm just kidding. I'll never forget the time. Also talking about jukeboxes, we were at someplace in Crookston, I think, and I played "Drowning,"
And
and Tony thought it was your song.
I did.
And so he just started freaking out. He's like, "You got this on here! You got this on here!" And he started freaking out. I'm like,
reaction.
"Yeah, I just played it from my phone. I don't know what you're." I'm like, "You can do it too. Download this app." I didn't know what he was talking about, so it was so funny.
I know it's
He just heard the
unfortunate,
beat.
It's unfortunate that our music isn't out there just yet, but it'll soon be out there.
Yeah.
Because for sure, Drowning is a whole ass vibe.
Yeah.
How hard is it to get songs on Touch Tunes or anything like that? Do you know?
I think it's really hard.
That's a great
Because
question.
there's a lot of new songs.
Let me
that,
do some
like,
research and
when
get back to
I
you.
mean, Mo Bamba was not good, but when Mo Bamba came out, it was big, and it took a while to get on Touch Tunes. Like
Yeah.
the stuff takes a while.
Well, there's
to get
certain
on there.
clearances as well, but when you're independent, I think that you're more capable of getting it on there quicker if you
Oh,
don't
really?
have to go through so much. Yeah.
Yeah, a
Sure,
lot
if
of
you Google,
hoops.
if you
Yeah.
hit Google too.
Yeah.
A lot of hoops with that.
Yeah.
That's probably an easier way to get paid too, because hey, here's your song. If somebody wants it, they can have
Directly,
it.
you get the royalty.
Well,
X
a certain
percentage
amount,
every
yeah.
time that song gets played. You get X amount of dollars.
I would assume.
Yeah.
So
I mean, great idea.
so talking about music, right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about like OT?
OT.
Just bringing it
Oh,
back. You know,
man.
so I dropped the bomb.
I told you
dropped the
this,
bomb.
yeah.
I dropped the bomb on Cody, right? So I got inspiration, right? I got music coming out, and I was going through all my old files, and I came across OT. So OT was supposed to be on Friends, right? And I just
Friends.
for Friends, right? I know, right? So that's what it was, right? That song was recorded probably back like 2017.
Yeah. So you have an unreleased album.
2017, it was supposed to be Friends, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
at that time, I was adjusting to a few things, so it took me a little bit. But
On fire at the time, might I add.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fire.
more fire, more fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fire.
You got Tony fired up.
Yeah,
you
no,
just
for
lit
sure,
a
for
fire
sure.
on
I
me.
still feel a way about
You know
it.
what I mean? But you know what? I shouldn't have been late with it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I did it.
So
And-
Jesse just all of a sudden put out these songs, and I was on two of them or three of them I had made with him
Yeah.
on like just like a
But
couple
I mean,
nights
but
we're hanging
but,
out, having
but,
some beers.
but yeah, for sure. But you were all about it though.
yeah.
So anything, and
Absolutely.
anybody that don't know him, whenever he does and he sets his mind to, it's 100%.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? So like when I hit him up and because I sent him a message saying the song was out, and he's like, "Oh, cringe." And I remember reading it. I was like, "God damn, I shouldn't have put it out."
No, I don't care about
And
that
then,
at all.
but no, I started to delve deeper in what he meant by that, and it was just like, such a long time ago, the timing of it was all different. But man, I've been bumping that song all around the lot. And I'm like, I don't think you're giving yourself enough due, man. I mean, I'm like, you still brought it. I mean, you still brought it. I was like, I was very I was like, that's a Cody flow. But anyways, with that being said, no, it was good. So, how did you feel about it?
I listened to it and I feel like so cringe because I feel like, one, I'm just such a different person now than I was like 3 years ago even, and just hearing my voice and just remembering like how I thought of everything compared to how I think of everything now. It's like, oh, dude, you're such an idiot. Like, you're so naive,
Well, now I need to listen to it again because I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it in probably 2 years.
Oh, it's so cringe.
No. So, like,
I've heard it when his verse was on there.
Yeah, so I turned up the volume, so it sounds better now. It sounds better now than it ever did.
Okay.
So like that's
you
why,
retouched it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Little salt,
I like that.
Salt Bay on it. Salt Bay.
Chef's kiss.
How does that guy do it?
Yeah, we got to do it real quick. Do it there. So sprinkled a little bit on it, but I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. But I really do enjoy it. I want you to know that I've played it and played it and played it. And I'm like, I'm impressed. For a person that doesn't work on music, to be able to come up with some bars, that's still courage.
Well, that's one thing about Cody, like you said, when he wants to do something, he has so much passion to push for everything with this podcast. If it wasn't for his passion right out the gate to push, this wouldn't be where it is.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it, guys. What other stuff can we say here? Boost me up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna drop another bomb on it. Okay, so the other bomb. This man is for sure. This man is a driven person. You know what I mean? This man's got some real estate. You know what I mean? He's got.
Speaking of that, I got to get rid of the real estate. The real estate.
So let's talk about this.
That's not good.
What's the price on it? Okay, somebody. What can we?
We're
gonna put the link down below for you to go ahead and buy this
link
tank.
below in the auction for my house in Grand Forks. It is. A beautiful. I mean, it's great. It's a beautiful house.
Okay, there we go.
Beautiful backyard.
It's good
Please
location.
buy it.
How far from Red Pepper?
Yeah.
5 blocks.
Down the.
That's the selling point.
6 blocks.
That's my selling point.
Hey, hold up. How close is it to downtown?
6 blocks.
Oh my! I mean, it's like a walk.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We could walk 50 blocks.
Got a lot of
Way
drunken
less than
nights.
50 blocks.
Yeah, a lot of drunken nights walking from downtown to the house. So it's not good. So my sister was living in there. She moved out, and it was just like a lot of little things that never got taken care of through the time that I was there, through the time that she was there. Yeah. And when she was living there, she had 3 huskies living with her also, and
Cody,
1, 2, 3, 4 other people.
Talk about this.
Ooh.
We trying to sell a house.
Good parts.
I'm fixing it up right now, so I'm putting the money into it.
But the Huskies added security, so it's all good. Everybody was safe.
I go in there and I'm just like, oh my god, this place is so messy, and I gotta do so much to this. So yeah, that's what I've been working on the last month is painting, redoing the floors. I redid the whole floor in the kitchen, new stove, all this kind of stuff. So it's just been nuts. It's just been nuts. So yeah, I'll save everyone else on the other details, but yeah, it just sucks. So I'm gonna.
It is what it is, man. Home
I'm gonna be
ownership.
selling it.
It's called. The price is only going up for that house.
Yeah.
So,
hopefully.
Right now, you gotta drop that thing before the real estate crashes.
You think it'll crash again?
We'll see about that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Too many people bought.
We just talked about this.
I work with real estate, and well, not really, but I'm the start of it.
Well, not really.
I'm on Zillow. You know what I mean? So,
I do the mass grading for housing developments, so I see it coming. I mean, we put up 80 houses a week for digging foundations.
Okay.
And I mean, it's not sustainable. And they had all these forgivenesses when COVID hit, so it's all this is going to come back.
Yeah.
It's going to come back.
Yeah, COVID. Whew. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's for another time. We'll have that on episode 102 of the podcast about how we're all living in my mom's basement. Because
hey, I'm all right with this place.
This is the permanent studio now.
If she'll allow me, I'll sleep right on the treadmill right there.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. It's a fridge full of food,
beer.
I'll sleep in the bar,
wine,
in the ball pit.
You know what I mean?
Ball pit.
You know what, dude? She's got banana bread, dude.
Whoa.
She does.
It smells amazing in here. I walked in here, I thought she baked the cake. There's no cake. That's how good it smells in here.
Yeah, well, except my cake.
It's everlasting love.
There's some cake floating around here.
So yeah. Well, thanks again, guys, for coming on. And we're gonna wrap this thing up. We got 1 minute left. So, is there any final remarks you want to do here? Where can they plug you?
I got shot.
Where can they plug
the
you?
Allure brand. We need to give it quick because we barely brushed over it.
Okay, so we'll just take a little break and then we'll come right back.
Take a break.
All right, we'll be right back. Allure, the brand.
Yes.
That is
Allure.
Tony Ryan.
Yes.
CEO.
Yes.
Owner.
And
founder.
My partner, Bim.
And your partner, Bim.
Yes, Bim. From I Got Dreams.
What is Allure, Tony?
So when you think of the word allure, when you think of the American dream, the allure of the American dream, it is something that compels you, something that pushes you forward, something that motivates you to go after whatever that thing is. So for me, the allure of becoming financially free, just having stability, being happy, being able to assist others, motivate people, bring people together, and to do it in a way where a lot of people didn't understand how things tied together, but to know that they coexist in this place. And when they come to realize that there is a common denominator between them all.
Yeah.
And so that's me. The brand is about motivating people to go after their dreams. And for most people, it's to be happy. Some people, it's finances. Some people, it's marriage. It's a number of things, but it's just to motivate people to be better in whichever way that they see fit. Now, that's for me, that's the allure.
I love that. I love that. Even the Allure name itself is such like an exotic and just like a powerful word to me. Like you never. That's not in my vocabulary. We were talking about this. Me and you in the break. We're talking about how like you're such a well-spoken person, and like Allure, I don't think would ever be in my vocabulary of a general word that I would use, but man, I think that would really bump me up. And I like that a lot. And talking about bettering yourself and everything, me and Cody were talking about that too. Always having goals and pushing yourself for the financial stability and to make yourself better all the time.
Right.
Just keep setting goals.
And how the name came to be, I was out introduced into the streets at a very young age, and there was this individual who was at the time, I thought that he was very powerful, and I thought that he was rich. And he says to me, "You have an alluring personality." And at the time, I didn't really talk much. I was just a do boy. I would go around and do different things for a lot of different people. I would be what you would call a walking Vegas, because what they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, that's who I was to those guys. I would go out and do many of things or have conversations, deliver messages, and everything stuck with me. Nothing ever left me. And so understanding my role amongst this group, this familia, the gentleman says to me that you have a very alluring personality. And I didn't understand that word. I had never heard that word. So it drove me to understand that word. I wanted to know what this word meant.
Right.
So I began to, go to the dictionary and look up this word. So understanding the word and understanding the life that I was living at the time, I was just like, okay, I can see why he said that. But then years later, the GOAT, which is Jay-Z, Hove, he has this song called Allure, A-L-L-U-R-E. And then the lyrics, it says, "The allure of breaking the law was always too much for me to ever ignore." My interpretation of that, or what I got from that, was that in order for me to get here, I'm going to have to do things that I don't like or things that I don't want to do. And for Jay-Z at the time, it was selling drugs. But he had a bigger goal. He didn't see himself just being on those street corners. So, I mean, look at him today. He's a mogul. He's an entrepreneur. He's a husband. He's a father. He's a great businessman. And a lot of the people around him, he builds them up so that way they can stand on their own and empower other people. So understanding those lyrics, I said to myself one day, I'm going to have a company and I'm going to call it Allure. But these are the reasons why I'm going to call it that, was because of Jay-Z's lyrics and because this individual who told me that I had a very alluring personality. But also because I was that to him, I wanted to be that to everyone else, and just to make people feel like, what, I can trust you. I want to do things with you. I want to do great things with you. I want to go forward with you. So that was the reason why I chose the name Allure.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So where can people find this stuff?
What we'll do is we'll have we'll drop a link to it at the once we post this
in the description.
The description. because I work with a few different companies. Right now, we're going through the process of rebuilding the website. I do have the website, allorethebrand.com. Instagram, social media, Facebook, everything is Allure the Brand. Twitter, Allure the Brand. TikTok, Allure the Brand. Everything is Allure the Brand. So you can find it, or you can DM me. My contact information is on there. So, and there's plenty of people around that you can find it. So what we will do is we will drop the link so that way people will be able to find things.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
And from the products that I've seen, from what you're wearing and what Ritchie is wearing, it's a very high quality stuff, very nice stuff. I mean, you have shoes and you have watches, right?
Shoes, watches, shirts, jackets. We have everything.
Unreal.
We want to be in every. We want to hit every faction of life, and the reason why. So we also do music, but I use all of these things as tools and vehicles to drive the brand forward. So with merchandise, music, getting into the water, we'll have a water that's supposed to be coming out. So we're working on that. We also have a perfume and a cologne that's coming out as well. So it's just different things that we're doing, but it takes a lot of money. I've spent a crap ton of money with this stuff. And,
you had some trouble during COVID with the shoes.
So we were getting ready to drop a shoe called the Centipede.
Yeah,
and,
which I pre-ordered.
Yes. And we were over 2,000 orders. We were knocking at 3,000
That's so
orders.
crazy.
Wow.
And we couldn't get any other product in. Because we did. So I was just giving money back. And some of the people I reached out to, they was just like, dude, just wait on it. Just hold it, because we truly believe in what you're doing. But to me, it was I looked at it as a failure because I wasn't able to deliver. But that's a part of life. You're going to run into those things, and it could have really taken me out. And I've spent tons of money, investing in this brand, and I haven't, really saw that money back. But I'm saying that to say this: when you really want something in life, no matter what it is, you're going to face adversity. But the most important thing for you to do is to say, you know what? This is a part of the journey. So don't stay down. Just continue. If you have to crawl until you're able to stand back up and walk forward. But just don't stop. And sometimes if you do stop, just stop. Don't go backwards. Just understand the times that you're in, and understand that hard times don't always last. So just keep moving forward.
Boom. You ever thought about being a motivational speaker?
Dude, you're so good at it.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to sit here like I'm not contributing to this. I feel like I'm not talking very much, but every time you talk, I just am hypnotized.
No, me too. 100%.
You should get into audiobooks.
So well spoken. Like you said, he could be a fucking voice actor. It's just so good.
Check this out. So the way that you guys like his voice and everything too, that's why I always try to get him my songs. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, Tony, say it to this beat real quick. So
Ritchie pushes me. He does. He does, man.
No, absolutely. So it's good, man. So the way you guys feel, and that's why I also feel too. I'm like, come on, Tony, you got to say something, man. Yeah. People need you to say it. Yeah. You need to say it.
They do.
Because
they do.
Have you ever shaken this? If you've never shaken this man's hand, when he shakes your hand, he reads your soul.
It was perfect. When we finally figured out what we were going to do between a handshake, a hug,
fist
or
bump,
just
anything.
When it got the good handshake, it was empowering. It was. It was really
He's
good.
got that thing where he like shakes your hand.
I'll never forget. Speaking of handshakes, the first time I ever met Tony was in the Kmart Mall in Grand Forks here. He was coming out of the barbershop, was it? Were you coming out of the barbershop?
Remembers the handshake.
I'm not sure.
And I remember Jesse came up and like dapped him up, right? And he just like boom, and then he's like, "Hi, I'm Tony," and then Ritchie had made a comment about that. He's like, "This is the difference between me meeting people and white people meeting people." If mine was just such a normal, "Hi, how are you doing?" handshake, and Jesse was just like,
hey, but hold up, show them the evolution where it's come down. Dab each other up real quick.
This is like one of those things. Like,
let's see, has it progressed or not?
Give him a hug. Give him a hug.
Let's go. Yeah,
give him a hug.
Give him a hug. Bring it in. Bring it in.
It's progressed.
Yeah, for sure. That was good. That was good.
I've evolved from the white man handshake.
Yeah.
I can do other handshakes now. I'm a versatile handshake guy.
For sure. You got the.
I still like the handshake though. The handshake's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was really good. It was solid.
Yeah, for sure. Man.
I'll regular handshake anyone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I'll only dap up my friends.
Say it again. Say it again.
It again. All right. So yeah, I think this is a good place to wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
We'll end on that note. On Tony's beautiful monologue at the end of this podcast. If there's anything that you take away from this, there's a lot of life lessons here from Tony.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to convince Tony to do his own podcast.
He has.
Over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
And I think hopefully that this has pushed you now maybe a little bit closer.
I mean, I'm always open to it because there's a lot of life that I lived, and there's a lot of things that I think we could share and bring into the world.
Episode 1, my first birthday. 1,000 episodes just off of Tony's life.
We can make that happen.
So where can they find you guys?
Instagram.
What's your preferred platform here? SoundCloud, Instagram.
SoundCloud is crazy. We're doing some crazy numbers on SoundCloud.
Really?
Yeah, man.
That's great.
We're doing some crazy numbers on SoundCloud.
That's good to hear.
For sure. I mean, it's just the dedication that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everyone that does support. Share the music, likes the music. It's good music. You know what I mean? I would say for like people that are trying to progress in life and just take some good tidbits from us, I would say listen to our music for sure.
So I've said it probably 10 times. I'm gonna say it again. You need to do a song with our friend Jordan Foster. We had him on the podcast here. You guys would just vibe so well.
Absolutely. It's Jordan Foster.
Look, man,
after this, Cody's going to give me Instagram.
So all right. Is it Ritchie Bamba?
Ritchie_Bamba.
Yeah.
Bamba. You know what I mean?
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
And SoundCloud.
So, I mean, if you put that in there, it's only going to be like me pulling up. You know what I mean? No cap. But, I mean, for sure, I mean, the music's all positive. You know what I mean? That's all we're trying to do is just continue to grow.
Right.
And elevate, you know what I mean? So if you listen to the music, that's what it is. You know what I mean? I don't try to speak nonsense. I don't try to speak nothing that's like not motivating. This is all about me in my current life, just continuing to progress. So definitely tune in.
Hit it up.
And on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, just type in the word Allore, ALLORE. You'll see the logo, the A, the infamous A. You'll see that. And just tap in. But I do want to say one thing about music. Too many times I've heard people say, you're too old. Well, when hip-hop rap music first started, it was people, that was their way of communicating, right? But now we've gotten to a place where hip-hop is the only genre of music that kills its own. And you guys have to stop that. Because just because you get older in life doesn't mean that you still don't have a story. When you look at other genres of music, these guys still tour in their 60s, 70s.
Right.
They do, and they get massive support.
Yeah. Look at all these rock and roll guys doing shows at 70 something.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Insane.
So for anyone that's out there, just find your audience. Find your audience. Because you still have a lot of life to give. There's still people that want to hear those stories. There's still people who want to vibe to your music. So just don't allow anyone to tell you anything about age or a certain look or anything like that. Because too many times we place age and looks on things and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Just express yourself and find the people who really want to hear what you have to say. But don't ever give up. Don't ever stop. So don't be shortened by age and looks. So just keep moving forward. That's my thing.
I have no idea how I could follow any of that up, but I just want to say that we appreciate everybody that stuck with us through all this adventure that we have done here. And to follow us on Instagram at On Tap with the Boys and Snapchat On Tap Official.
Yep.
TikTok On Tap with the Boys.
Yep.
And on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube.
Please.
And
On Tap.
We're going to keep spreading this. That's what we can do. On Tap. The videos will be coming out of us. And we'll leave it with what he said. If you if you guys have passions and what you want to do, stick with them and keep doing what you want to do. That can come with all 4 of us. Just grind it out. Do what you want to do. Don't give up, and find the people with the same passions because they're out there.
Absolutely.
Bless.
So
Big
thank
facts.
you.
Yes,
On tap.
absolutely.
Thank
On
you
tap
guys.
with the boys, baby. Tune in.
Definitely.
Let's get it.
Tune in.
Yes, sir.